time to go. Now, you really have to hurry.
Shall we go, then?
Oh, right. Where's my coat? Got the keys?
In the sitting room.
Right. Right, that's everything. Not nervous, are you? Oh, deep breath, old girl.
What's up with you?
Nothing. Just thinking.
Makes a change. What about?
Alan Partridge. Deciding to get married just like that.
Well, I expect he's been planning it.
Signing his life away.
You are?
Well, it's a big decision to make, isn't it?
It is. I sometimes wonder if I had my time over again, whether I'd still pick George.
Wonder if we'll get an invite.
Dunno.
It's better to have a big do. Invite the old close. They must share a pretty penny between them.
Bet she's not short of money.
Do you think they'll invite Sheila Grant?
It wouldn't surprise me if they invited the lot of them. The queer fella and our little Damon. Well, if they invite them, they needn't expect us to go.
Oh, I'd quite like to go.
Well, let's see if we get an invitation first, eh?
Marie, where's the telephone directory?
It's by the phone.
Oh, I've looked. Can't find it. I think your kids must have had it.
Well, if my kids have had it, you've had it.
I wanted to book an appointment for my hair.
What's wrong with her?
Well, it wants cutting.
Well, it looks all right to me.
Yeah, but if I get an invite, I want to look nice, don't I?
Right, here we are.
Yes.
Feeling up to it?
Don't need all this fuss, Paul. You're dropping me here, picking me up again at lunchtime. It's all too much for you.
It's no fuss. I'm pleased to do it.
But honestly, seeing Michael's a waste of time. There's nothing wrong with me. Just run down, that's all.
Now, you know it's more than that.
I feel stupid. Perfectly all right.
Let Michael decide that. Once you've seen him, had a talk, you'll feel reassured.
I know, getting it out of my system.
Now, run along. You're going to be late.
You're going to be late, too.
Oh, it doesn't matter about me. It's you I'm bothered about. Now, off you go. I'll be back at 12. Give Michael my regards.
Where was it?
Under the bed.
Those kids are mine. Everything they touch turns to disaster.
Debonair.
Oh, are you going to a fancy salon, are you?
Have those kids of yours been near this phone?
Dunno why.
Listen,
It's buzzing.
it's broken.
Oh, well, that's great, that is.
Morning.
Morning. It's nearly dinner time.
I am a little late this morning.
Hey, do you get money docked for coming in an hour and a half late like we do?
Now, let's not start with the animosity, Skelly.
I need what?
Oh, he's here, is he?
That'll do, thank you.
There's a surprise for you in your office.
What sort of surprise?
Come and look.
What have you been up to?
We haven't been up to anything. I can't stand that look.
What's the surprise?
A woman's come to see him.
Is he having an affair?
No, you dreamer. It's the head woman, Mrs. Salter.
So how's Paul?
Fine.
Still battling on.
You know Paul.
Lucy?
Lucy's still Lucy, as strong and as self-willed as ever. Loving France and the French.
What about Gordon?
Oh, Gordon's going through the adolescent phase. Loud music, you know, that sort of thing.
Yes, I know. So, no trouble with the family? What's the problem?
With me?
Who else?
Well, nothing really. Nothing I can put my finger on.
You don't feel, run down at all? Listless?
Well, I just feel irritable. You know the sort of thing that the slightest thing irritates me.
Like coming here today?
To be honest, I didn't want to come.
Turning your back on an old friend, is that it?
No, of course not.
Well, are you going to tell me, or do I have to twist your arm?
Everything seems to be going well, Paul.
Yes, no problems. Just a bit of a rush this morning. Had to take Anna to the doctor's, my wife.
I just thought I'd pop in, have a look for myself.
Yes, good idea.
It's, difficult for me to make a real assessment, though, isn't it? On surface appearance, I mean.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, I'm sorry, Eileen. Have you had a drink?
No.
Would you like a coffee?
I love one.
I'll see what I can do. Marie?
How's the old appetite?
Oh, no trouble there. I'm eating very well.
Good.
It's just... Well, I feel all hyped up. That's what Gordon said. Hyped up. I'm nervous all the time. It's though I'm frightened something awful's going to happen.
And you're not anxious about anything?
Nothing in particular.
Just the stress of living in 1984, is that it?
Something like that.
Do you get palpitations at all?
Yes, I do often.
When? When you're bending down and suddenly get up quickly?
Yes, all the time. And when I'm lying in bed and I can't sleep, my heart's racing away. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. Right, well, let's have a look, shall we?
So come on, Paul. What's all this about?
Yesterday? Oh, that's nothing. I've seen the lad involved this morning. The air's clear enough.
So everything's back to normal, is it? No problems whatsoever? In that case,
Well, actually, there was something I wanted to say.
feel free.
The problem's simple. I'm being asked to perform two functions which are mutually exclusive.
You're employed to do one job, Paul, and that is to manage this centre.
Well, that's not how it works in practice.
Then how does it work? You tell me.
On the one hand, I have to be responsible for the payment of overheads.
Well, that's partly true.
Well, that's wholly true, and you know it. Now, in order to pay the overheads, I have to place the emphasis on production.
Not entirely.
Well, let me finish. In order to do that, I have to get the trainees to operate as a productive workforce, to be efficient.
Efficient by whose standards?
By the standards determined to pay the overheads. These trainees? Not all of them by any means, but... Well, can't you see we're being asked to train kids and produce items? I'm sorry, but these two jobs do not go hand in hand as far as I can see.
I can appreciate you're under a lot of pressure, and the supervisory staff. My advice, and it's sound advice, is to concentrate on the training skills of the kids on the scheme. If you pay the overheads, that's a bonus.
And I'm saying that's not feasible.
Look, Paul, I sit in the juvenile courts week after week. Believe you me, the training skills and the development of them as people is far more important.
There's nothing really out of place, Annabelle. It's just the usual wear and tear.
I'm losing weight, Michael. Don't know if you've noticed. I'm eating like a gannet, but I'm losing weight.
I don't think that's anything significant, do you?
It worries me.
Doesn't it just tie in with being, what was it, hyped up? Nervous energy burning off your food? Oh, lots of people would be delighted to be in that situation. It's just your metabolism.
You know what I'm thinking, don't you?
Annabelle, I am sure that has nothing to do with it.
Are you?
Anna, listen.
Are you sure, Michael?
Annabelle.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anna,
I can't help it.
what is the matter?
I don't know. I feel awful.
Oh, come along. The worst bit's over, isn't it? Come along.
Don't mention Mr. Paul.
No, of course not.
You only upset him.
Yes, indeed.
I'm sorry. I was feeling so much better. Suddenly, all I want to do is cry.
Oh, that's all right. Just you go ahead and have a jolly good cry.
Trying to escape, are you, Alan?
Escape?
Digging an escape tunnel? Have you had second thoughts about your proposal?
No, I've had no second thoughts. I'm just planting some crocuses.
Oh.
I'm trying to surprise Samantha. See, I'm going to plant them in such a way that when they bloom, they'll spell out, I love Sam.
Wouldn't it just be easier to tell her?
Oh, I'm going to tell her anyway. But you know what they say, actions speak louder than words.
I suppose so.
Hey, don't you tell her, will you?
Oh, no.
See, I've got it all worked out. If the weather's good, they should be in full bloom on the wedding day.
Hey, love knows no boundaries.
Not half.
Where is the lucky girl?
Oh, she's on the phone.
Phoning friends and relatives?
No, she's phoning her mother.
Oh.
I'll tell you, it's in Canada, and if I know them two, they'll be at it all day.
Well, we mothers like to know these things.
Yeah, I know.
Me and Marie Jackson have had a terrible row, you know.
Ah. I thought I could detect a hint of tension yesterday.
She's had it in for us since their petrol went off, you know. But I'm not going to stand for it. Make me sick. It was horrible.
Oh, it's like that, is it?
I don't know who she thinks she is. It's not even her house.
Well, can't you just kiss and make up?
No, I'm afraid I'd have to walk past her if she was dying in the street.
Oh, come on, Sheila. You don't mean that.
Oh, I do, love. She's a witch, that woman. A witch.
Michelle,
What?
will you do us a favour?
No.
It's to do with the phone.
What do you want me to do? Mend it?
What if our Petra tries to ring up?
She won't.
But what if she does?
Look, she hasn't got in touch with us so far. She's not going to ring now, is she?
She might, though. And then what'll she think when the phone's knackered and we won't be able to trace her?
What do you want me to do? I'm not an electrician. Besides, I'm trying to pick a new hairstyle.
You're looking at hairdos and the phone's at it.
What do you want me to do?
Nip over to the Collinses and ask them if you can use their phone to ring for the engineer.
You go.
I can't go out there. Sheila Grant's talking to Alan.
So?
I'm not going out. Not while that woman's there.
Well, I'm not going.
Michelle?
Do your own dirty work.
You've got to give them breathing space, Paul. Adolescents need breathing space.
I've had two of my own.
That's completely different.
Let's keep it amiable, Norman.
If you'd supported me initially, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Look, Paul, I'll support you when you're right, but in this case, you were wrong.
I was only offering advice to the youth. I said hello to him this morning and received a load of sarcasm.
That must have been a shattering experience for you.
I don't see why I should take it.
That's just the point. I mean, I'm not saying I'd like to spend all the hours God sends with this lot, but you've got to try and relate to them.
How old are your children, Paul? Still at school?
One is Gordon.
And what's he going to do when he leaves? University? College?
I don't know at the moment.
You see, I believe the most important aspect of a scheme like this is to respond to the trainees' needs.
I'm clearly aware of that.
So why did you threaten to beat the lad up?
I didn't threaten him. I was using psychology. He came for me and I called his bluff.
Old army trick, eh?
Oh, if you're willing to take his side against mine.
It's not a question of taking sides. It's a matter of understanding. And I think this has arisen through a misunderstanding.
Which is?
That Paul felt the production aspect to be more important than the training aspect.
And he's certain which is more important.
I think so.
That's all right, then.
She's forgotten a broomstick.
Oh, nasty, nasty.
You haven't seen anything yet, love.
Hello, Marie. How are you, love?
Fine. I'm sorry to butt in, but can I ask you a favour?
Of course you can. Anything to help out one of the neighbours.
Can I use your phone? Ours has had it, and, well, if Petra wanted to get in touch, you know.
Oh, I can see no problem there. I'll see if Sam's come off it. She's talking to her mother in Canada. I was just telling Sheila, once she's on it, you can't get her off. I'll just be a second.
Right.
Look at the carpet. Just a minute, Mother.
Sorry, Samantha. Look, I'll do something about it later. I'd best get back to me gardening, eh?
You can clean that up later. It's Alan. I think he's up to something fishy.
Why is life one great big hassle?
What about the phone, Alan? I could have been in town by the time I've waited.
I'm sorry, Marie.
Yes, so am I, wasting my time.
Look, I'm sorry, love. It's just that Sam's on the phone to her mother in Toronto. It wouldn't be so bad if she lived in Southport like any normal mum.
Yeah, thanks anyway.
Marie?
What now?
Well, why don't you ask Sheila if you can use her phone? You wouldn't mind, would you, Sheila?
I wouldn't ask her if she was the last woman on earth.
Well, that suits me fine, lady. That suits me fine.
Look, I was only trying to...
Why don't you mind your own business, Alan Partridge?
I was only acting as the UN.
US, more like. Just mind your own business in future.
Oh, come on, Sheila.
Thanks a bunch. Oh, and Alan,
Yeah?
I hope it snows from now till the wedding.
It doesn't matter with Croci anyway.
All right now?
Better.
Now, just you take that along and you'll get an appointment almost straight away. That chap's a very good consultant.
Thank you. Do I really need to see a consultant?
Now, don't worry. Once you've seen him, it'll put your mind at rest.
Talking's made me feel better. I didn't realize it would be so serious.
You're quite sure you don't want me to drive you home?
Positive. I think a breath of fresh air will do me good. Blow the cobwebs off.
Remember me to Paul, won't you?
Oh, of course I will.
And don't you hesitate to invite me round for dinner.
You've been marvellous. Thank you, Michael.
All I've done is listen.
Could I just say something?
Yes?
I've been giving this quite a bit of thought lately,
The scheme?
amongst other things. I don't think I'm the man to do this type of work.
Just because there's been what can only be described as a minor incident, that's no reason to throw in the towel.
Now, this job demands someone with specific training skills. Someone who can respond directly to the trainees.
I think you're taking this too much to heart.
But I'm not qualified to train young people. I'm a production manager. I'm more skilled at producing goods than handling young people.
I think you're probably a bit of both.
Well, let me put it this way. I like production work. I like the challenge of trying to make a profit, trying to make things work. But I'm not a teacher.
It's just a matter of rethinking a few things. Look, the last thing these kids want is to be reminded of school. Teachers. Your job is to act as an intermediary, a stepping stone between school and work.
I don't want to do that sort of work, do you understand? I don't want to do it.
Those grants, they're more trouble than they're worth.
Oh, just forget about it, Marie. You're getting yourself all worked up over nothing. It's over and done with. Just forget about it.
Oh, it's over nothing, is it? You're not bothered about the phone, are you? How do I know it wasn't you that broke it? You were messing with it.
Oh, leave it, Marie.
No, I'm not going to leave it.
Why pick on me, eh? I haven't done nothing.
What are we going to do about the phone?
Go to the post office and report it.
I'm not going all the way up there when everybody on this close has got a phone that I could use. Ooh, that flaming bird.
Who?
Busby. I could wring its flaming neck.
Look, Marie, it's nobody's fault that the phone's out of order. These things happen.
I know that, Michelle, but what are we going to do if Petra wants to get in touch?
Oh, give it a miss, Marie, please. Just give it a miss.
He was marvellous, Paul. He really was. Michael just sat there and listened. And when I cried, he was wonderful. He's so warm and reassuring, isn't he?
It's his job, I suppose.
Oh, nonsense, it's his disposition.
Well, apart from being wonderful, what did he advise you to do?
To see a consultant.
Passing you from pillar to post. A great deal of good that'll do.
Paul, why are you being so disruptive?
Comes with my job, Annabelle. Instead of being reassuring and marvellous, I become cold and disruptive. It's what I've picked up working in the YT scheme.
You spoil everything, don't you?
You don't understand.
I'm trying to tell you how helpful Michael's been. A mutual friend. And all you can do is to be sarcastic and reduce everything to the level of an argument.
Not being sarcastic, I'm telling the truth.
You couldn't let me finish, could you? You had to tell me your problems and your anxieties.
Look, I'm sorry. I've had an awful morning.
So have I.
Annabelle.
How would you feel, Paul, if I told you I could speak to Michael about things that I can't imagine ever speaking to you about?
Well, he is a doctor.
It's got nothing to do with him being a doctor.
Oh? Hasn't it?
No. It's to do with him being a human being. He takes time to listen. He's interested. Which is something you'll never be able to do.
Where are you going?
I'm going over to Alan's to see if she's come off the phone yet.
Oh, finally got the guts, have you?
You're not bothered whether our Petra rings up or not, are you? I don't suppose...
Sorry, love. She's still on it. You know how it is. Talking to a great auntie in Brum.
Right.
Look, I'm getting desperate. Can I use your phone?
Not a chance. Marie! Marie Jackson!
I think it'd be best if you went back to your own flat, you know.
What do you mean, Alan?
Well, it'd look better, you know.
Don't be so old-fashioned.
It's not old-fashioned. It's the custom when you get married. Bride and groom shouldn't go to the ceremony from the same place.
But who cares?
Well, my mum will, for one.
Honestly?
Yeah, she will.
Well, I wouldn't want to upset her.
Then you'll go?
I suppose so.
Now?
I don't need to go till next week, the day before the wedding.
Oh, today'd be better.
But what's the point?
And, preferably before 12 o'clock.
Or you'll turn into a pumpkin.
No, I don't think that's quite right.
Well, whatever, I mean, why 12?
Because that's when my mum's arriving.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, but she doesn't know, you see.
What doesn't she know?
Well, that you and me, well, that we're living here together.
You've never told her?
Well, it never really seemed it. Well, it never really cropped up.
Well, it doesn't matter, does it?
Well, she doesn't really approve of that sort of thing.
What sort of thing?
You know.
Oh, really? I mean, you can't expect me to believe that it would come as a great shock to her.
Well, it would.
Oh, you're a big boy now.
Look, that's got nothing to do with it.
I would have thought it had everything to do with it.
Look, she's my mother and she has her principles.
But we are getting married. That should satisfy her.
Look, it wouldn't harm you, would it, just to play along with it for a few days?
And if I don't? I'm not some sort of scarlet woman trapping you into matrimony.
Look, all I'm trying to do is keep her happy.
It's me you're supposed to keep happy. Or didn't that occur to you?
Sam!
Have to be scrambled eggs this morning.
Your speciality.
Yeah. Only because it's more difficult to ruin.
Oh, I don't know. Lucy seemed to manage it.
The way she went on at Christmas, you'd have thought Cordon Bleu was her middle name. Apart from the trifle.
You've not seen my geography book, have you?
No. I don't have time to help you look for it. I'm late enough as it is.
Oh, is it going to be a hard day? At work, I mean.
Won't know till I get there.
Think you might pack it in?
Haven't decided.
Well, if you're not happy...
There are other considerations.
Well, what's the point if you don't like it?
Look, I prefer to be in work than out of work any day of the week. I enjoy working.
But not this job.
You sometimes enjoy it.
Only from what you were saying last night.
Well, I've thought about it and I've decided...
You've decided you'd rather be in work doing something you hate than to be seen doing nothing at all.
The eggs. Too young to understand, Gordon.
Well, that's hardly an answer, is it?
Well, that's an end to it.
Have you talked it over with Mum yet?
No, and I don't want you mentioning it to her either. She's got enough on her plate as it is.
When's she seen the consultant?
Next week. Now, better hurry if you want a lift.
I've got to find my book.
Well, don't be long.
Okay. It's Mum, you know.
What is?
Keeps clearing things away all the time. Can't find anything.
2 minutes.
Morning, Paul.
Morning. Nippy this morning?
Yes, it is. How's Annabelle?
Oh, much better, thanks.
Felt awful finding her clearing up when I got back home. Polly had left the place in such a mess.
She gone now?
Oh, and not before time.
Having a lodger didn't work out then, eh?
No, it didn't.
Pity. Won't you miss the company?
No, I don't think I will. Make a nice change having no one else to consider.
I know the feeling.
I won't delay you.
Right.
Bye.
Hurry up and get in.
I can't find my exercise book, Dad.
Never mind.
I'll be in trouble.
What on earth are you doing?
Can't you smell it?
Of course I can.
Not this, the perfume.
I'm not wearing any.
I know you're not, but I can still smell it all over the house.
Well, what are you using this stuff for?
Because I don't want my mother to smell the perfume.
Oh, for goodness sake. Alan? Alan! I hoovered in here yesterday.
Well, it should be done every day. Now, I'll just finish off in here, and then I'll give the bathroom another do.
I hope we're not going to have this performance every time your mother comes to visit us.
Have you packed?
No.
Well, you better get a move on. And don't leave stuff lying around.
Oh, don't worry, I'll cover my tracks. Your mother won't suspect a thing.
The trouble with you is you're not on your feet enough.
Never off them. They're running around. You have me doing.
You could come and help me carry the shopping.
Why, what are you getting?
Bread and potatoes and something for the tea and something for them next door.
Can't they get their own tea?
Don't be dense. I mean a wedding present.
Oh, aye. Poor lad.
Poor lad, nothing. He's doing very well for himself. She's a lovely girl.
Still, are they ready for marriage?
Long overdue, I'd say. Just thinking our day, there'd have been some tongues wagging.
There was. Wondering why I did it. Still, I suppose we're living in a different age now.
What do you think we should get them?
How much are you thinking of spending?
Well, I suppose about £5.
£5?
It'll not get much.
I was thinking of a couple of towels.
I thought of something a bit different.
Aye, and if everybody thinks like that, they'll end up without a towel to their name.
Well, they must have some now.
Aye, I suppose so.
Well, then.
You have a look around the shops. You'll see something.
Oh, a fine lot of help you are.
Look, I can't think when I'm in pain. Oh!
You stop messing about with your feet while I'm talking to you.
Get us a corn plaster while you're out, will you?
I'll have to go into town to get something decent.
You can get them in any chemist.
I'll go tomorrow.
I want it now.
I'll not be a couple of minutes.
Oh, that's the trouble with this world. Lack of communication.
Samantha?
Hello.
You're not leaving, are you?
Just for a few days. Alan's mother's coming to stay.
Suppose you're getting a little bit nervous as it's only a week away. I know I was.
Yes, but I think Alan's feeling worse than I am.
Well, we don't have the monopoly on nerves, do we?
Actually, it's driving me bananas.
Oh, I see. But surely you don't have to move out.
Well, so...
Hey, you've forgotten this.
Thanks.
Oh, hello, Annabelle. You don't happen to have a camp bed, do you?
No, why?
Well, my mother's coming.
I saw one the other day in Heather's.
Oh, Ace, thanks. Look, hurry up, will you, Sam?
See what I mean?
Wouldn't she approve?
Apparently not. That's why we have to go through this little pantomime.
For you.
At the moment, he's dashing around covering every trace of my existence. I was glad to get out.
Well, men are all the same where their mothers are concerned. Like little boys.
You only have one mother.
And in Alan's case, that's a blessing. I don't think I could handle more than one.
But if it's ours, is she?
I don't know. I've never met her.
And his mother was just the same. Took all my powers of diplomacy to keep on the right side of that one.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure you'll get on with her very well when you get to know her. Has she got far to come?
Only from Crosby.
Oh, aye. Top hat, no bread in the house.
I'm sure she's not the least bit like that, knowing Alan.
Hey, what are you standing around chatting for? She'll be here in a minute.
I'm sorry, it's my fault, I'm afraid. Well, I'd better be
Annabelle,
going.
I'll give you a lift.
Oh, thanks.
There's no need for you to be so rude.
Look, I'm only trying to get you to get a move on.
All right, I'm going.
That's the stuff, lad. Start the way you mean to finish.
What?
They need ruling with a firm hand. I started like that and we never had a cross word. Well, hardly a row. Mind, Edna's got some spirit. Your lass reminds me of Edna when we were courting.
Sam, reminds you of Edna?
Yeah, we were married in the parish church, you know.
Were you? Look,
I was on leave from the army. Had a 4-day pass. And what a do we had. Lord Sefton paid for the beer.
Look, I'm sorry, Harry, but I've got to cook the lunch.
Well, hang on, I'll give you a hand. Give you a few tips.
Another time, A.H.
Oh, as you like.
Harold! Where are you off to?
I'm going for a ride round. I might wet me whistle.
Well, only the one, mind.
I've only got enough for one, haven't I? I've been waiting for you to come back from the post office.
Well, I don't want you falling off your bike again.
Oh, don't fuss, woman.
Edna's right. You can't be too careful.
See you after.
Do you fancy coming in for a bite to eat with me?
Oh, yeah. So?
Hey! Look at that! It must be her.
How are you, Mum? All right?
Oh, I'm so excited.
I'll get that.
Thank you.
Well, what do you think?
Oh, it's very nice.
Well, come on, let's get inside.
That's your house, isn't it?
Well, what do you think?
It seems very nice. And you're doing what I told you.
What?
Using plenty of disinfectant.
Oh, I do.
Then you'll come to no harm. You're not leaving that there.
Oh, no, Mum. I'll put it in the bedroom for you.
You can see the place lacks a woman's touch.
I've got some mackerel for lunch and some lovely new potatoes. I'd best make a start, eh?
Oh, I'll not want it till 1. A good digestion depends on regular meal times. That was your dad's motto. Hope you've not got out of the habit.
Well, Mum, it's not always easy, you know.
Oh, I can see I'm going to have to take you in hand. Well, don't just stand there. Aren't you going to show me round?
Yeah, that's the kitchen through there.
Oh.
Fancy her in a car like that at her age.
I'm not surprised. She's probably as balmy as him.
Oh, Alan's very nice. Puts me in mind of our Kevin.
Do they look alike, then?
Oh, not in looks. No, he's good-hearted.
He's all right, is Alan. Means well. Not like some.
They're like relatives, neighbours. You can't choose them.
Don't get me wrong. Most of the people round here are very nice. But there's always some that spoil things.
I believe in taking people as I find them.
Oh, so do I. But you've got to admit that Barry Grant's a no mark. Wouldn't surprise me if he ended up inside before long.
Inside? Oh, no, surely not.
You knew that George had to fix the wiring. It was a disgrace. Mind you, the chandelier looks lovely. Oh, no, she's no control over them.
They take a lot of looking after, lads. We were very lucky with our Kevin. He's done very well for himself.
Well, it's as I always say. If you bring them up right, they can't go far wrong.
Would you like another cup of tea?
Oh, yeah, Tom. How does Harry like living round here, then?
Oh, Harry's very well pleased. As you know, it was his ambition to settle back here. Me, I favoured the Isle of Man.
I thought it was Bournemouth.
Well, same difference. The seaside. But Harry's pleased to be back here.
Yeah, you've got to study them, men. Mind you, can't see Samantha doing much of that.
I think you're probably right there.
I've had the most difficult time on the phone with your Auntie Kate. She was all for coming over, you know.
Is she still pottering about in Tunisia?
Did I tell you? She'd taken up with a Swedish anthropologist.
Has she?
Or is it an archaeologist? Anyway, one or the other. And your cousin, Sylvia. She was in tears.
Why? What's it got to do with her?
She was expecting to be bridesmaid at the wedding.
You what?
She said you promised.
Aye, but that was in 1954. I were only 7 then. Anyway, the bride should choose her own bridesmaids.
That's what I told her. But she says she'll never speak to you again. You see what you've done?
Well, it's just too bad.
Oh, I must admit, I was hoping you'd make it a special occasion. Something to remember.
Well, as long as Sam and me remember it, that's all that matters.
I wish you wouldn't call her that. Samantha. It's such a dignified name. We had a cat called that once. You wouldn't remember. It's a grey Persian. She was very dignified.
I'm sorry, Mum. I don't seem to recall that.
You look a bit peaky to me.
Peaky?
I don't think you're eating properly.
Oh, I'm fine, honest, Mum.
This thing is full of these rubbishy meals. Tomato pizzas. What kind of food is that?
Oh, they're not for me.
Oh, who are they for, then?
Well, guests. You know, if any unexpected guests drop in, like.
Oh, then. Well, I think we should drive down to the shops. We'll get you some good beef, and I'll make you a nice stew.
Oh, there's no need to bother, Mum. I'm fine, honest.
Don't argue. We'll take my car.
Mum, do you mind if I drive?
Yes?
Hello, you must be Alan's mother.
And who are you?
Am I right? Harold Cross. I'm his next-door neighbour.
I'm Molly.
Hello, Harry.
Only I saw you arrive and I thought I'd pay my respects.
Oh, very civil of you.
You've got a grand lad here, and that's very
Oh, if there's nothing else, H, we were just going to pop out.
Oh, well, don't let me keep you.
Nonsense. We ought to get acquainted. Come into the lounge and take the weight off your feet. Alan, make us a cup of tea, dear, please.
That's very nice.
Annabelle doesn't seem very well.
Oh, doesn't she?
She looks funny round her eyes. My mother always said you could tell the state of a person's health about their eyes.
What do you think's up with her, then?
Could be her age.
Oh, aye. Mind you, she wouldn't crack on, would she? That's what I mean about the people round here. They keep themselves to themselves.
Takes all sorts.
Wouldn't mind having Alan living next door to me.
Instead of Heather?
Yeah, she's a bit standoffish. Do you know what I mean?
I've never noticed.
Glad you've come to live here, though.
Are you? I hope you stay. Be nice, that.
I feel as though we understand each other. That I could always rely on you in an emergency. I don't know why that
That'll be Harold. Forgot his key.
I'll get it.
Hello. Woman's work never done. Hope you're not playing for money, because she always wins. I don't know how she does it.
Where have you been all this time?
Just pop next door.
Was she there? His mother?
Yeah?
What's she like?
Oh, I don't know. What can I say? Bit like him in a way.
How do you mean?
Well, what shall I say? She's a bit of a character.
That's what I thought. Odd. Hey, it's going to be some wedding, is this?
And where have you been?
Oh, I got kept in.
Kept in? What for?
Because I didn't hand in my geography homework.
Why not?
Well, I couldn't find my book this morning and we were late. What's for tea?
But the school has to give notice of detention. This isn't right. They've no right to keep you in.
Oh, look, Mum, it wasn't a proper detention. Just a few minutes, that's all. Still missed the train, though.
But it isn't right. I didn't know what had happened. Paul, you'll have to write to the school. I'm just not having this.
It's all right. Annabelle, he's home now.
But I've been sitting here worried.
He's been late before.
Why didn't you ring from the station?
Because I didn't have any change.
Oh, really, Gordon?
Come on, Mum.
Just show some consideration.
There's no need to go to all that trouble, Mum.
I want to see you get a square meal inside you. Does Samantha cook?
Yes, she does.
Proper food, not this pre-packed rubbish.
Don't worry, Mum, I'll be well looked after.
When am I going to meet her?
Well, I've arranged for her to come round tomorrow.
I can't think why you've never brought her to see me.
Well, I've been meaning to do it, but she works away a lot.
Yes, well, I hope all that'll change when you're married.
Yeah, I expect it will. Hey, I'll never eat all them potatoes.
Of course you will.
Your mother's?
Yeah, she didn't want it. What are you going to tell her about the job?
Nothing. Certainly not at the moment.
Well, when you have to make up your mind about resigning.
I'm not resigning. I had another talk with Mrs. Salter this morning. I think we've cleared the air a bit. I've decided definitely to stay on.
Was that what you really want?
We don't always get what we want. I think we talked enough about it this morning.
Yeah, okay. Point taken.
We all have to make sacrifices.
It wouldn't be easy to get another job, would it?
Easy. I'm beginning to think it'd be a miracle. Anyway, as long as it lasts, I'll have to put up with this one.
Yeah, well, I suppose it's better than nothing.
You could do a bit more to help about the house.
Yeah, all right.
Try to think ahead. You know what a worry she is.
Well, it really wasn't my fault, you know.
It wasn't anybody else's. You're responsible for your books. It was just carelessness. Try to remember she needs all the support and security we can give her.
Here you are. One camp bed for the use of. You sure it's not going to be a bit narrow for you?
It will be, if my mum insists on feeding me up like she's threatened. She thinks I'm a shadow of my former self.
Where's Sam going to sleep?
Oh, she's going back to her own flat. We thought it for the best.
Oh, I see. I'm not the only one who's got rid of a lodger then.
Oh, I never thought of Sam like that.
Oh, no, I know you didn't.
Do you miss Polly?
No, I'm much happier on my own.
Whew, I don't know what I'd do without Sam.
Hey, has she met your mum yet?
Not yet. That's tomorrow.
Is that her car? The sports job?
Yeah. Do you like it? My Uncle Arthur left it to her in his will.
I'm green with envy.
Oh, don't be. She's a little demon in it. Take my advice and never accept a lift from her.
Oh, I can see Sam's going to have her hands full.
Oh, I think they'll get on all right. Anyway, I'd best be getting back. Thanks for the bed, Heather.
Oh, not at all. You sure you can manage?
Yeah, fine. Ta-ra.
Bye-bye.
No. How many times do I have to tell you she doesn't live here? No. Listen, if I promise to take your name, will you go away? Hawthorne, yes. Goodbye. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, what's wrong with it?
Oh, not that. Someone's just phoned for Samantha.
Oh.
Called Hawthorne. Didn't understand the Queen's English.
You did tell him that she didn't live here.
For all the good it did.
Oh.
Do you know him?
Oh, yes, yes. It's Sam's boss. What did he want?
When she was getting married.
Oh.
Surely if he was her boss, he'd know that. As well as knowing where she lived.
Oh, yes. Yes.
How did you sleep?
Oh, fine. How about you?
Like a top.
Oh, good. Oh, is that for me?
With 2 sugars.
Oh, Hey, it should have been me bringing you your tea.
You can do it tomorrow. I'll cook the breakfast.
Oh, just some muesli for me.
Sausage, eggs, bacon and mushrooms.
Oh, I'll never get through all that lot.
Of course you will.
But I don't like a big breakfast.
Now, don't be foolish, Alan. You've got a few hectic days ahead of you.
But I never
If
have...
it's time for a shower, then you can get up.
Right.
Alan?
What?
Look what I found in the bathroom.
Oh, aye.
Well, whose is it?
Me. It's mine.
Yours?
Yeah. Well, you see, I don't like to get my hair wet all the time, and they don't make them for men. So I had to buy that.
Oh, I see.
You can borrow it if you like, Mum.
Thanks very much.
Morning, love.
Hiya.
Kids get off all right?
Apart from both of them losing their laces.
How'd they manage that?
God knows.
Well, where did they go in?
Their willies. You've made good time this morning.
Yeah, not so bad. Thought it might be earlier. We had a shout at 7 this morning. Some daft beggar, half asleep, gets himself off to work, leaves a lecky fire on. Wife in bed, kid comes down, Bob's your uncle.
How many times has that happened?
Oh, lost count. You got any bacon?
Yeah? Didn't know what you'd fancy.
What's this?
Looks like a bill. Leave it till after your breakfast.
Yeah.
Was anybody here?
No, thank God. Black Burke won't have much of an house to come home to.
Who was it?
Wingate Avenue.
They're like these houses, aren't they?
Yeah. But they're hemmed in by a block of flats at each end. Not half as nice as round here.
Well, I'm not sure I fancy stopping round here.
What?
Well, not with the likes of Sheila Grant living across the road.
Don't be daft, love. All neighbours have rows.
They don't. We never rowed with Peggy Riley when we lived next door to her.
That could be because she's half deaf. It's very difficult to have a row with somebody who can't hear you, even for you.
You would say that.
Anyway, lovey, she'll soon forget it.
She might, but I won't. Not after that business with the phone.
You gave as good as you got.
Well, it didn't feel right. I can't go out the house without bumping into one of them Grants.
You're making too much of it, lovey.
Every time I see Sheila Grant, I'm terrified of what she's going to say to me.
Who you? Terrified?
Because if she says one word to me, I'll strangle her.
Oh, come on, love. Sheilah's all right if you know how to handle her.
That's what I mean, by the throat.
Look, love, I don't want to hear all this, all right? I've just come home from work. All I want is me breakfast and some kip.
I might have known that's all the sympathy I'd get from you. I'm going to be doing some washing later, and I'll want that shirt. Soon as you like.
Hey, you look good enough to eat.
What's up? Hasn't your mum been feeding you properly?
Feeding me? My jaw's aching from overwork.
Alan Partridge. I heard that.
Oh, Mum, this is Sam. I mean, Samantha.
Hello. My dear, I'm delighted to meet you. Come and sit down. Alan, take Samantha's coat.
Right.
Oh, before I forget, there was a phone call for you yesterday.
Oh.
Sounded very important. Did you ring you at home?
No. Well, who was it?
Oh, well, it couldn't have been very important then. I wonder why he thought you lived here.
Would you like some coffee?
Of course we would. Now, you must come and tell me all about yourself.
Hasn't Alan?
Oh, only the bare bones. You said you did the same kind of work.
Well, not quite. I demonstrate computers. In fact, that's how we met, at a trade fair in Harrogate.
Oh, don't you work on the programs?
Oh, no, I'm not clever enough.
Oh, what about your parents? They'll be coming to the wedding.
Hello?
Of course.
Well, you see, my mother, she's...
Sam, it's for you.
Oh.
Well, what do you think?
She seems very nice. I was just asking about her parents.
At the end of the week. Listen, Charles, I can't speak now. Can I call you back? Yes, as soon as I can. I understand. Goodbye.
I don't think they'll be able to make it.
Was that chap Hawthorne again?
Yes.
He definitely seemed to think you lived here.
How odd.
Well, you know what bosses are.
Don't you mean sailors?
Oh, very probably.
Oh, that reminds me. Are you still messing about in boats?
Oh, now and then.
Oh, I do hope you'll put a stop to that nonsense.
Well,
I've taken a good look at it. Needs putting on the tip.
Well, I was thinking of getting a better one.
One of these days, you'll drown yourself.
I have got a life jacket.
You'll not be able to find it when you need it.
Oh, don't worry, Mrs. Partridge. I'll keep an eye on her.
Oh, Molly. You must call me Molly. And I'm quite certain I can rely on you to look after my Alan. Strange, though.
What?
That chap thinking you lived here.
They're on the inside. It's your fingers that are doing that. It's on the inside. Here, let's have it, Corey.
Oh, yes, so it is. You haven't done the bottom bit properly.
I would have done if you hadn't have kept distracting me.
Well, I'm only trying to help.
Look, I'll never get them done if you keep calling me in.
Well, try not to be too long. You'll get cold.
Cold? I'm as snug as a bug in a rug.
Oh, you daft thing. Anyway, it's time to get changed.
Why?
We're going into town.
What for?
To get a wedding present for Alan and Samantha.
I'm not going to go traipsing around the shops.
Rather be down at the Swan, I suppose.
Have you said anything about the Swan?
Don't think I don't know. You're there every lunchtime.
No, I'm not.
What I want to know is where you get the money from.
Well, it's better than giving it to the bookies, isn't it?
And what's that supposed to mean?
You've been playing horses again, haven't you?
You know perfectly well I never bother these days.
Oh, aye.
Anyway, drinking's not good for you.
I only have a quiet pint.
Well, you can just come out with me for a change. And the back windows need doing and all.
And I didn't retire to do a window cleaner out of a job.
You've ordered enough food. How did you work the food out, Alan?
Simple. The caterers asked me how many were coming. I told them, and that's what they suggested.
What about the unexpected guests?
Like who?
Well, I don't know. Someone might just hear of the wedding and drop in.
Who have you invited?
No one. Not definitely.
Come on, who?
Well, I'm not saying who will, but you know what your Uncle Peter's like.
Aye, funerals and weddings. He's made a career out of them.
I'll get it.
He's been very good to you.
Well, that says maybe. But when he drinks, he cries. And I'm not having anybody crying at my wedding.
She's like a female version of Alan, only smaller. And in fact, she's quite overpowering.
Oh, I'm sure you'll cope.
Why don't you come in and meet her?
All right, I'd love to, just for a minute.
Yes.
Thanks. Hello, Alan.
Hello, Heather. This is my mum.
Hello, pleased to meet you.
I'm Molly.
How do you do?
It was Heather who lent me the camp bed, Mum.
Oh, that was very kind.
Heather's an accountant.
Really? How interesting.
Yes, I think so.
Hey, I meant to invite you to our reception, Heather, when I came across to borrow the bed, but it completely slipped my mind.
Oh, I'd be delighted. Thanks very much.
It's only going to be a small wedding.
Far too small, if you ask me.
Well, just a few friends, and all the neighbours, of course.
Are you sure that's what you want?
Yes, it is.
Well, most girls like a big wedding.
Well, I don't. Really, neither of us do.
Hey, you won't let on about Sam and me, will you?
About what?
Well, you know that we live here, together.
Oh, I see.
Samantha says you both want a quiet wedding.
Yes.
What do you think, Heather?
Oh, I haven't any firm ideas one way or the other, I'm afraid. Anyway, I must get along now. It's nice to meet you, Molly.
Bye, dear.
Bye-bye.
I'll show you out.
Oh, I'm glad the camp bed's working out all right, Alan.
Oh, yeah, ace, thanks.
Shouldn't you have invited her husband, too?
He's moved out.
Really?
Spot a bother.
I think she expects me to be domesticated.
I take it you don't intend giving up your work.
Oh, no.
No, I don't think you would. I think it'll cause a few difficulties, Sam.
I suppose so. But Alan understands.
Oh, does he, though?
Well...
I thought Roger did. I mean, we talked about it often enough.
Yes, but a lot of women manage to have a career and a marriage.
Oh, there's no reason why you shouldn't. I mean, I'm not against marriage. It's just that in my case, they didn't mix.
Isn't there any chance of you and Roger getting back together?
No. As a matter of fact, I've just applied for another job.
What, for a change of scenery?
Partly. It's more money, more prestige.
I've had a similar offer.
Oh, it's not an offer as such. You going to take it?
Oh, I don't know. I can't make up my mind. It's come at the wrong time.
Oh, there's never a wrong time for a good opportunity. Keep your fingers crossed for me, and I will for you.
Yes.
Bye-bye, and thanks for the invitation.
See you.
Samantha would have looked perfect in white.
I think she looks perfect in anything.
Oh, of course. But a white wedding, It's so romantic.
Oh, come on, Mum. It's all them books you've been reading.
Oh, I expect so. Excuse me, dear. Still, the money will be useful once the children start coming.
What children?
Oh, take my advice, dear. Don't leave too big a gap between each one.
Oh, you mean so they can keep each other entertained, eh?
And you'll need a bigger house.
Yeah, I suppose they will eventually.
Don't leave it too late. Once the babies arrive, you won't have much time for house hunting.
Hey, that's a point.
And a garden, a big garden, somewhere safe for them to play.
Right.
And Samantha,
Hmm?
I shall expect you to bring my grandchildren to see me. Once a fortnight, at least.
When I sit down, that'll be me finished for the day.
It's those shoes. No wonder you've got corns. They're too tight. I don't know why you wear them.
Because my others need mending. Look out, we've been copped.
Have you been to town? Only I called earlier.
No, we've been training for the Mersey Marathon.
Oh, take no notice. He's done nothing but moan.
Look, I'm going home to get me feet up.
Oh, here, take this.
I bet you could do with a cuppa.
Oh, you've read my mind.
I bet it was murder in town.
Terrible.
Did you get anything in the sales?
No, I never do. I can't battle my way through the crowds. I got something for Alan and Samantha. Hope they like it.
Oh, sure they will.
I didn't know what to get them, though.
Oh, that's very acceptable.
Have you got them something?
No, not yet. I was wondering, do you fancy going over to Alan's later to meet his mother, be sociable?
Oh, I could take this today.
Have you got any wrapping paper?
Oh, no. Oh, I forgot.
Oh, never mind. I've got some you can have. You can wrap it up here and we'll take it over.
Oh, thanks, Marie. I am a clown. That's with Harold mithering me.
Have you been invited to the reception?
Yeah, have you?
No, not yet. I suppose they'll get round to it. They'll probably ask me when we go across.
Where'd you gone then?
Into town, to the sales.
Oh, yeah? I hope you don't get anything that's too big for me.
Who said we were getting anything for you?
Yeah, you're right. You probably get all stuff like pans and sheets and things.
Nah, we've probably gone to get a wedding present for Alan.
Oh, yeah? Couldn't we get him something?
Like what?
I don't know.
Have you got any money?
10 bob.
That won't even buy them a card.
Well, haven't you got any?
No, I haven't.
Oh, don't be tight.
I haven't.
He's all right, Alan. He always sticks up for us.
Can we give him a vase or something my mum doesn't want?
How about a cruet or something to go for the silver wedding?
Think she'd miss them?
I know. What about one of those stupid whiskey tumbler things? Alan would love them.
Oh, she can't stand the sight of them.
Where are they?
No, upstairs, I think.
Harold and me are very new here, really.
But you've settled in.
Oh, no problems. Everybody's been very nice. Especially your Alan.
And Samantha, of course.
Would you like a biscuit, Marie, or a Marie biscuit? Sorry.
He makes some terrible jokes.
Oh, my lads think he's very funny. They've never forgotten throwing them wet sponges at you.
Ah, we had a good time that day.
Wet sponges is a good sport, just like his dad. My Cyril, he was always the life and soul of the party. He's passed on now, though.
Has he been gone long?
Almost 10 years. Heart attack. Very sudden it was.
He must have been quite young.
Only 48.
Oh, fancy.
I think I'd better get some more milk, eh, love?
But we must carry on, mustn't we?
Have to.
Make the most of things.
Marie's sister's husband died sudden. Only 24.
Oh, dear.
Of course, that was before Alan and Samantha came to live here.
They lived in number 10 before Marie did.
I'm just sort of looking after the place for her.
Oh, so you don't really live in the close?
Oh, yes, she does. Don't you, Marie?
Well, it's a bit complicated.
You see, Marie's sister went missing some months ago, Mum.
Missing?
I'll get it. She's been at a wit's end, haven't you, Marie?
Oh, I can imagine. The shock must have affected her.
Oh, it did. Terrible. Died in his sleep.
Oh, hello, you two. Mum, this is Karen and Damon Grant from number 5.
Nice to meet you. Have a biscuit?
Oh, thanks very much.
Oh, sir.
Oh, we brought you this, Alan.
Oh, thanks.
2 wedding presents.
Hey, Sam, do you want to unwrap it?
Oh, don't open it now.
Aren't they going to tell us what it is?
Well, it's a surprise, actually.
Oh, is that the time? Oh, I'll have to go.
Oh, do you have to?
Well, there's something on the radio I just want to catch.
Racing doesn't start till the savvy.
As a matter of fact, it's a programme called So You Think You've Got Problems.
Oh, pop in any time, love.
Oh, right. I'll let myself out.
Oh, it's no trouble.
Alan's told me a lot about you two.
Oh, has he?
They've got an older brother called Barry. Has he told you a lot about him and all?
Now then, you two. Are you going to come to our reception?
Oh, yeah, sound.
Oh, thanks very much. Suppose you're dead nervous.
Just a bit.
Be good though, won't it?
Yes.
How have you been this morning?
Oh, not so bad.
Sure?
Well, I had a little difficulty getting my breath, but it passed. Actually, I've been very busy. I've been taking the curtains down and
I hope you haven't been overdoing it.
No, of course not. Actually, I did try to have a little sleep before getting the lunch, but I couldn't drop off. Thought of taking one of those horrible little tablets, but thought better of it.
I hope when you see the consultant, you'll take what he prescribes.
Well, of course I will. At least he'll take time to consider my case. That's what we're paying him for.
There is one thing I've been meaning to tell you, Anna. The way things have worked out, I'm not covered by a private health scheme. Neither are you and Gordon.
What do you mean?
So the insurance lapsed when I left Petrochem. I'm entering you it. I had every intention. I'd have checked, and, well, I didn't.
Oh, no! It's all very well, Alan, but she's making plans for us. I'd rather we made our own.
Oh, come on, Sam. Look, try to understand. My mum's always thought in terms of long engagements, church weddings, and 5 grandchildren.
Well, she should have had more children herself, then.
And I wouldn't have bridesmaids either.
Well, you young folk have your own ideas. Personally, I favour a traditional style myself.
I don't think you should be able to wear it afterwards, too.
Don't take it to heart. It's only talk. By the way, what did Charles Hawthorne want?
I'll tell you later.
All right. Anything I can do?
Hey, what's up, love? Are you not feeling so good?
They're all talking about wedding dresses and things in there. Did I say something?
How can we afford to pay?
We can afford it.
Are you sure? I mean, I don't even know what's wrong with me. I don't know what sort of treatment I'll need.
I'm sure we can afford it. We just have to cut back on other things.
You must be as fed up as I am. I'm not being very helpful, am I?
Oh, nonsense, Anna. It's just a bad patch. We'll get through it.
Glad you said we.
Well, it is we, isn't it? Oh, good heavens, we've had our problems in the past and we've got through them. We'll get through this together.
Are you going to be able to stick it out at the training centre?
Stick it out.
Well, don't think I haven't noticed.
What?
You've had a bumpy ride there recently.
Well, it's not quite what I expected, but it's not so bad. Won't go on forever.
I thought something would come of this. I thought you'd make some contacts.
Yes, well,
Don't worry. Something will turn up.
You once told me off for saying that.
Did I?
More than once.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, at least if I'm out of work again, I'll know how to deal with it.
I suppose so.
Do you have to do that now?
Won't take a sec.
What time did you get up?
When you slammed the door, I woke up, couldn't get back. Where were you going, anyway?
Over to Alan's. We went to meet his mother.
Ooh, what's she like?
She seems very nice. Thinks the sun shines out of him, of course.
Gets on with Samantha, does she?
Seems to. Mind you, Samantha didn't have much to say for herself. Probably pre-what-you-call-it nerves.
Nuptial.
Yeah, that's them. I had them and all.
Did you?
Yeah. God knows why. This bill has been sitting there since this morning.
Oh, aye.
Aren't you going to open it?
You open it, I'm cleaning my shoes.
I'm trying to leave the table.
Let's leave it till after dinner, eh?
George, open it. You've opened it. You pay it. Got you then, didn't I? Do you know, with all the money they make, you'd think they'd have booked a hotel.
Hey, you're not going to believe this, lovey, but it's happened at last.
What is it? What's happened?
Hey, no, it's my business, isn't it?
Oh, George, give it me.
Nope, you're not going to like it.
I'm just
Nope,
messing
you're not.
about. George!
Nope, you can't have
Oh,
it.
give over. Give it to me.
Well, at least it isn't a bill, eh, love? Like you pleased. The council have got our own house ready. We can move back now any time we like.
Are you awake yet?
I'm just getting up, Mum.
Don't lie there too long. It's your big day today. Come on. I know you've got 3 hours to get to the registry office, but it'll fly by.
I'm getting up now, Mum.
Make sure you do. I'll cook us both a big breakfast.
What you doing, Marie?
What's it look like?
You've been up and dressed once.
So, kids have gone out, Al Michelle's gone the shops, and I've come back to bed to see my husband.
It's me day off.
Oh, it's all right, George. I only want to talk to you.
What about?
Of the arms limitation talks in Geneva. I heard it on breakfast TV. About the houses, soft melts.
Oh. Well, it's straightforward, isn't it?
Is it?
The council house is ready, we move back in.
Back to that crummy estate.
That's where the house is.
Oh, God, it's depressing.
It won't be so bad now, lovey, not with all the houses done up.
Miles from the shops, stray dogs all over the place, and you can't leave anything out in case someone walks off.
Oh, give over, it's not as bad as that.
Isn't it? You've got a short memory.
Well, we've got to go back.
I've asked those grandkids to come in while we're at the registry office
Why?
to take the cling film come off the sandwiches.
We don't have to dash back, though, do we?
We might just as well resign ourselves to it.
Why, George?
Because we have to. This is Petra's house. We knew we were only here till ours was done up. We've got to go back and that's it.
But if our house wasn't ready, we'd have to stay here, wouldn't we?
But it is. It's finished.
I think we should think about it, George.
What's there to think about?
If you had the choice, where would you sooner live?
Well, here, I suppose, but I don't have the choice, do I?
We do until Petra takes it into her head to come back. I don't want to go back to that estate, George.
We have to, Marie. It's where we live.
We could buy a place of our own if we really tried. You've got a reasonable job. Perhaps I could get a little job now the kids can look after themselves.
Well, we'll see, eh? But those little jobs aren't so easy to find nowadays.
Oh, George, we could manage. I'm sure we could. So let's stay here until Petra comes back. Then we can go back to our corpy house. And in the meantime, we can look round for something to buy.
No. We'll have a go at finding our own place, but we've got to get out of here. It's not right living in somebody else's house.
I'm sick of people thinking we're rubbish because we live there.
Don't be daft, old people don't think we're rubbish.
You try going to one of the big stores and buying something on HP. You watch their expressions when they see your address on the HP agreement.
There's a lot of good people on that estate.
Yeah, but they don't make the news, do they? It's the ones that fiddle the gas and the lecky that get in the papers.
I've never known you like this before.
Because I've had to fight for everything before. I've brought up our Petra and Michelle like a mother, scrimped and saved for everything.
We're all right now, lovey. I'm in a secure job. We're better off than most on that estate.
I know that, George. But I've had a taste of this now and I like it.
Yeah, but can we afford it?
If the grants can, so can we.
I just want what's best for us, lovey. Honest, I do. But we have to be practical.
I know. Oh, Michelle doesn't come back for an hour, you know.
Good.
Come on, Alan. I know you must be nervous, but you've still got to eat.
I've been cutting down on my breakfast, Mum.
That's very silly. It's the most important meal of the day.
Look, I'm going to have to stick at this, Mum. I'm bloated.
Have a little rest and come back to it.
I think I'll phone Samantha, ask her if she got the flowers.
Oh, no! It's bad luck to speak to the bride before the ceremony.
No, I think it's only bad luck if you actually see each other before the ceremony.
Well, I think you're tempting fate.
Oh, come on, Mum. There's nothing going to go wrong today. (2599232) Speaking. Oh, hello, Jack. Everything all right? You've done what? Well, can't you walk at all? No, don't worry about it, Jack. Everything will be all right, honestly. Yeah. See you then, mate. Blast and damn it!
What's the matter?
Well, it's only my best man. He's injured himself in training. He can't even walk.
I told you it'd bring bad luck.
I haven't phoned her yet.
Brightening up. For the wedding.
Oh, yes. Suppose it is.
If you'd invited the family like I wanted, you'd have had plenty of best men.
I'll get somebody local. Everything will be all right. One of the neighbours, Barry or Bobby.
Then you've still time to finish your breakfast.
I'll just ring Samantha first.
You should have got somebody reliable, not a rugby player.
He is reliable. He didn't plan to get injured. She's engaged.
Of course a job in Los Angeles tempts me. I just wish you'd never mentioned it. Charles, I get married in about an hour and a half. He may be understanding, but not that much. I think he'd like to come on honeymoon with me. No, there's nothing to think about. Please don't ring me back.
But you must tell me where you're going on your honeymoon.
Why must I?
Because I'm your mother.
Traditionally, I shouldn't be telling anybody. It's bad luck.
Supposing I need to contact you.
On my honeymoon?
You never know.
I'm not telling you. It's just for Sam and me to know.
Is it abroad? Tell me that at least.
No, it isn't abroad, and that's all I'm telling you. Now, I've got to sort out a best man for myself. But first, I'll phone Sam.
Hello. Hello. Seems to be brightening up a bit for the wedding.
Yes, we were just saying that.
Sam? Yeah, it's me. Of course it's me. We're expecting somebody else. Everything all right? Well, it's just that you sound a bit flat, that's all. Yes, I'm nervous too. Oh, and Jack can't be best man. No, he's injured himself training. Bit of a groin strain, or something like that.
I do know what a groin is.
Oh. Who do you reckon that is?
Oh, they'll go away.
No, they won't. Shall I go?
No, I'll see to her.
What the flaming hell?
I forgot my key.
So, you don't know where your dad or Barry are?
Oh, they're in town. They've arranged to meet at the registry office.
Why, what's up, Alan?
Oh, I've been let down by my best man.
Oh, I'll do it.
Thanks a lot, Damon, but I think you've got to be 18.
Anyway, we're getting your party ready.
Yeah, your mum asked us.
Well, if you're sure you don't mind.
No, be sound party.
Be a bit quiet though, won't it? You've not asked many people, have you?
Well, I wanted it to be nice and quiet. Oh, by the way, my mother doesn't actually know that Sam and me have been living here together, so if you could keep it to yourselves.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me, I've forgotten something.
Today's the day, is it? Making an honest woman of her?
That's it, Paul.
Everything going to plan?
Well, more or less.
Apart from not having a best man.
Really? That's a bit unconventional, isn't it?
Well, I did have one, but he's injured himself in training.
Wouldn't have surprised me if you programmed your computer to do it.
Alan, you've no time for chatting.
Right, Mum.
You know, I've never been a best man.
Neither have I.
I've never really thought about it before.
I've just been to ask Barry or Bobby, but they're out.
Think they're up to it, do you?
Well, I haven't given it much thought.
Hello. Have you come to help now?
Yeah, if you want.
Oh, fine. Alan.
All right, Mum.
I imagine you'd need someone completely reliable.
Yeah, I thought Bobby would fit the bill.
But he's not available.
Well, they are coming to the registry office, but I don't know if he'll be there early enough for me to ask him.
Well, not the sort of thing you want leaving till the last minute. Our wedding was planned with military precision.
Like the charge of the Light Brigade, eh?
No, it went very well, actually.
Alan.
Come in.
Well, under the circumstances, Alan, I think I can make myself available.
Pardon?
Substitute best man.
Oh, I wouldn't want to trouble you, Paul.
No trouble at all. That's what neighbours are for. I'll go and get ready. How are we travelling?
Oh, my car. I don't want any fuss.
Right, no fuss. Have you got the ring?
Oh, yes, but I really don't want to trouble you, Paul.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Look, we'll travel down in your car, and Mother and Hannah can travel down in ours.
Well, thanks very much, Paul.
Alan, it's definitely time to come in.
Hi, see you soon.
Bye.
Hello? Oh, Charles. I do think you're taking your duty just a little too far. Yes, I've thought about it. Everything, yes, very seriously. I know. America and the money. Yes.
Approaching high noon. How do you feel?
Ace, the most wondrous day of my life.
Glad to hear it. She's a nice girl.
She is that. Hey, you don't think it'll get a bit cramped in here later on, do you?
No, of course not. A dozen or so will be no problem.
Mind you, we'll have to get a bigger house once the kids start arriving.
Well, that's one of the main reasons for getting married, isn't it?
Well, it's one reason. Sam and me will have to decide if it's the main reason, won't we? I mean, once you've got kids, you've got to care for them.
Nice cake.
Your front door was open. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, hello, Marie, love. Would you like a glass of sherry?
Oh, thanks very much.
Allow me. One of the functions of the best man.
Oh, you've got some very nice presents.
Yeah, people have done us proud. Mind you, look at them glasses. Karen and Damon Grant brought them round. It's very nice of them, but can you imagine us using them? I was just showing Marie those glasses, Paul.
Oh, I wonder where they got them from.
I wonder. Is Sheila Grant coming over later?
Aye, and you and yours?
Well, come on, Alan. Let's be off. Don't want to keep the future Mrs. Partridge waiting.
Right then. See you down there, Mum. Annabelle.
Hello.
Thanks, love.
I hope this rain goes off.
So do I, because I love a good wedding. Can't wait for our Karens.
What? The girls' parents have got to pay for everything, you know.
Oh, I know. Come on, love, let's enjoy ourselves today. What's up with your face?
It's you, Shay. Don't want you going out cleaning offices. We can manage without you having to go out in the early hours of the morning.
You'll get used to it, love, and we need the money. Come on, at least it's something. And I'm used to cleaning. I've been doing it all my life at home. It's not going to make much difference in an office. Hey. Here we are.
Hello, Bobby.
This is it, lad.
Sheila?
You all right?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, plastic spiders. How old are you?
It's only a bit of fun, Cags.
Well, it's not funny, and don't call me Cags.
Now, what are you doing?
I'm checking to see that you haven't done anything else that's daft. I want everything to be all nice for them.
Well, I don't know why they're getting married anyway. They've been living together for nearly a year.
Well, perhaps she wants to be known as Samantha Partridge.
Ooh, sounds like something out of, you know, what's her name?
Of the Muppets.
Hey, do you think you'll ever get married?
Don't know. Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah. You don't know until it happens, do you?
Yeah.
You know, you meet her, the one who it's going to be.
If you had your choice, who would you have to?
I don't know, do I? That's what I'm saying.
You think you'd have anyone? Someone off the telly?
I don't know, there's loads of them.
Well, like you? Who'd you fancy?
Tracy Ullman.
Oh, trust you, Ted. It's a bit obvious, isn't it?
Obvious?
Swedish film actors.
I thought she come from Liverpool.
No. She's blonde, Swedish. She's in all them films with the subtitles.
No, that's somebody else, Ullman.
No, it isn't. Blonde, Swedish, I'm telling you, Ted.
No, brunette, pop star. I'll think of a name in a minute. It's got something to do with meat.
What do you reckon, Ted?
I just hope Alan's got a sense of humour.
I was a laugh a minute, isn't he?
Oh, what do you think?
Yes, it's quite a nice little bouquet. Lively, and yet bordering on impudence. You know, I've always wanted to say that.
Oh, quick, knock it back here, though. Oh, hello, aren't they back yet?
I thought you were them.
I've been invited over for a drink. A little reception, Alan said.
Come in, love.
Michelle, wait for us.
Yes, you want to save your last few moments of freedom, son?
She's never been one for being spot on time.
Oh, it's a woman's privilege, love, especially on a wedding day.
Oh, come on, Mum, please. Don't start.
I can't help thinking about your dad.
Just enjoy the day for him as well as yourself, Mrs. Partridge.
She's never been very good about time or keys. She's probably lost the keys to her flat, you know, something daft like that.
Should I go and phone Alan?
Yes, if you don't mind, Paul. Hello, lads.
Still no sign.
He's just gone to phone her.
She does notice this registry office, I suppose. No, I'm just saying, like, you know.
Yeah, she knows it, Bobby.
Well, me and Terry are going to have a scout round if you want, Al.
Oh, thanks a lot, lads.
You don't seriously think she's got the wrong place, do you?
I think she's got cold feet myself.
Liv, I knew it had something to do with meat.
Have you been sniffing something, Ter?
No, Liv Ullman, she's Swedish.
A lot of people are.
Oh, come on, you admit it. That's who you're getting Tracy Ullman mixed up with.
All right, so I admit it, Ter. But you've got as much chance as one with the other.
Well, you never know.
Well, it's hardly impressive, is it? A car valet.
Well, it's better than a car valet's assistant.
How do you mean?
I took you on as an apprentice, remember?
I saved your business, more like.
Oh?
Brought the extra bucket. I'll go and have a look if she's up the road.
Come on, then.
Oh, cheers, Lily. Thanks.
Thanks. Marie, don't say a word. This is a celebration.
Well, this is good, isn't it?
Great.
1 o'clock.
Let's get some fresh air, Alan.
It'd be a bit cramped for a family, wouldn't it?
Well, depends on how many's in the family.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Just depends on how many's in the family, that's all.
I like a house to have a lot of space.
Marie, when are you moving back to the estate?
You can't wait, can you? I've as much right to be in Petra's house as you have. More, probably, seeing as how I raised you both.
I'm not saying you haven't. I'm only asking, seeing as how your house is ready now.
Well, let's discuss family business elsewhere tomorrow. Let's just enjoy the afternoon, shall we?
Hurry up.
Hi.
What do you think of the car then, Sam?
Oh, it's great. Hey, I'm a little bit late, aren't I?
I think so.
You're worth waiting for, though, aren't you?
Come on.
Hey, where have you been, Sam? I was really worried about you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Alan. I'm sorry, everybody. I just had a lot to sort out.
But you're all right.
Yes.
I'll go and see the registrar.
Hey, I've just put a message on Alan's computer.
Oh, why? What message?
Congratulations, Alan and Samantha.
Oh, couldn't you think of anything else?
Yeah, he could, but I wouldn't let him put it on.
Hey, I can hear some cars. It must be them.
About time.
And would you now repeat these words? I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not of any lawful impediment
that I know not of any lawful impediment
why I, Samantha Helen Davis,
why I, Samantha Helen Davis,
may not be joined in matrimony to Cyril Allen Partridge.
may not be joined in matrimony to Cyril Allen Partridge.
Now the solemn moment has come for these two persons to contract the marriage before you, their witnesses. Will you please come forward? Now take the ring, Alan, and take Samantha's hand. And would you now repeat these words, bridegroom first? I call upon these persons here present.
I call upon these persons here present.
To witness that I, Cyril Allen Partridge.
To witness that I, Cyril Allen Partridge.
Take thee, Samantha Helen Davis, to be my lawful wedded wife.
Take thee, Samantha Helen Davis, to be my lawful wedded wife.
And would you now repeat these words? I call upon these persons here present.
I call upon these persons. I call upon these... I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I just can't commit myself.
Sam.
I'm sorry, Alan.
But why?
It's just no use.
Let me talk to her, Alan.
Sam! Please, Sam!
What a mess.
What's up, Marie?
I don't know. Funny dream.
Go back to sleep.
I've had this dream before, but it was really vivid then.
You've had too much sherry and wedding cake.
It was me, Mum. She had somebody with her. Somebody small. Perhaps it was a child. Couldn't make out who it was properly.
With your mother?
Yeah. She had a flowered pinny-on, just like I remember her.
It was just a dream, lovey. Everybody has funny dreams now and then. Hey, I bet Alan Partridge had some funny dreams, eh?
Yeah. Poor man. I was going to go over there and have a go at him and Sheila Grant over the whiskey tumblers.
Whiskey tumblers?
Lovely they were. Got them from the market for the Grant's anniversary. And they've passed them on to Alan Partridge. I'm going to let the dust settle before I get onto that one.
Are you going to go back to sleep?
She was really close to me, George. And the other person as well.
It'll be that cake.
I wanted to be here when you woke up. How do you feel?
Rotten.
You had far too much to drink.
I think I was entitled under the circumstances.
Drink's never the answer.
No, but it helps.
Do you feel hungry?
No.
A good brekkie would make you feel better.
I'm not hungry, Mum.
You can't let yourself go, Alan.
It's hardly letting myself go just because I don't want my breakfast.
Did Samantha used to cook you a breakfast?
What?
She lived here, didn't she? You didn't think you could fool me, did you?
I just didn't want you getting upset by it.
Oh, upset by it? Look at the mess now. What sort of girl is she?
The woman I love and still want to marry.
Oh, not anymore, surely.
Yeah, I want to marry her. I've got to talk to her, find out what went wrong.
But I can tell you. She's taken you for a mug. She's lived off you. Then as soon as you wanted to pin her down, she was off.
Look, can we leave it now, Mum? Please, I'm just not in the mood.
How any woman could do that.
Oh, I've got a terrible headache.
You shouldn't have invited everybody back.
Well, they're my neighbours. My friends. I mean, I'd had to face them sometime.
They got stuck into the food and drink as if it was a celebration.
Which is exactly what I wanted them to do.
And as for those Jacksons, well, you'd have thought they'd never seen a Volophone before. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna have a couple of aspirins, bath, change my clothes.
You know what I mean.
Then I'm gonna get in touch with Samantha.
Please have a good think about it first.
I got hold of it first. No, you didn't. I did. Just put that milk down. Look what you made us do. You might have throw a wobbler.
Clear it up, both of you. And then go out if you're going.
You can't throw us out. We live here.
I'm not throwing you out. I'm just saying if you're going, then go.
You don't like us living here, do you?
Yes, I do. You're my nephews, and I think the world of you.
We don't like you much. But we don't mind you living with us.
Yeah. Well, it won't be for long, will it?
Where are you moving?
No. You are.
But me mum says we're staying.
What exactly did she say?
Ah, you cut yourself. Auntie Michelle, little George just cut herself. There's blood spurting out everywhere.
You've done a good job in here, Mum.
It doesn't take long once you put your mind to it. It was only your room that was ever untidy in our house.
Where's that picture of Samantha?
All you need is a routine, a couple of hours a day, and the house can be immaculate.
Mum, what have you done with that photograph?
You've got to put her out of your mind.
If there's any photos going to be put out, I'll be doing it. Now, where is it, Mum?
It's in that fitment.
I'm going to have to talk to her, you know.
Don't you think she should be getting in touch with you?
Well, she's probably too embarrassed.
You say that as if she's been upset.
Well, she was upset. Look, Mum, I know her, and there must be something she hasn't told me. Oh, I can't just stand round. I've got to go round and see her.
Alan Partridge, she's made a fool out of you, and now you're chasing after her.
But what can I do? I've got to see her and straighten things out.
Don't go, Alan.
But I've got to, Mum.
When you've eaten. Your dad always said you should eat your way through a hangover.
I believe there was bird at the registry office yesterday afternoon.
Were you there?
No, but Marie, your next-door neighbour, was. She told my missus all about it.
Poor Alan, eh?
A partridge with egg on his face.
Sorry?
Not bad, eh, for first thing in the morning.
Ah.
Of course, I'm an early bird myself.
Wonder why she changed her mind.
Feather-brained, I would say. Hey, you two, stop larking about. Larking about? Another good one. Look, am I talking to myself? Now clear off and I'll call the police. Could get the flying squad, couldn't I?
Couldn't you have kept an eye on them?
It was just a tiny cut.
It could have been a lot worse.
They're your kids.
Can't we have a bit of peace?
It's not much to ask. Just an auntie stopping two little lads from bleeding to death.
I put the plaster on, didn't I? And anyway, where were you? In bed?
I think I'm entitled to a lie-in of a Sunday.
Look, let's just have a nice cup of tea, shall we, eh?
Have you decided when you're moving back?
No. We're thinking of buying our own place.
Really? Have you seen somewhere?
Not yet. We've only just decided.
And what about your copy house?
We're going to go and have a look at it today.
There's no rush. Well, if you leave it empty for long, it'll just get vandalised.
Oh, I know you can't wait to get rid of us.
3 months, you said.
3 months approximate, I said.
Well, it's ready now.
And I'm not.
What do you mean by that?
I like living here and not in any hurry to move.
But it's not your house.
And it is yours, is it?
I was invited to stay here.
It was my idea.
For goodness sake, stop it.
The longer we live round here, the better it is for Gary and little George. They can play out there and I don't have to worry about what they're getting up to. All right, I just don't want to go back there.
But that's where you live. You can't squat here.
Squat? We're not squatters, we're family.
Marie, love, let's just go and look at the place, eh?
When I'm ready.
Michelle's right, lovey, we are just squatters.
Don't you take her side against me.
Let's just try and keep calm, eh?
Keep calm?
Marie, come and look at the house.
I thought we'd agreed that we were going to buy our own place.
We will.
Well, then what's the point of going to see the council house?
That's where you live.
Don't you raise your voice to me. And where do you think you're going?
I'm going to go and see our home.
Gary! Little George, get back here!
Suppose you want to answer the front door.
Hello, Mrs. Jackson.
Oh, no.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you.
What's up?
I'm sorry to tell you that we've discovered the body of a young woman. And this time we have very firm evidence to suggest that it might be your sister, Petra Taylor.
What sort of evidence?
A body fitting Mrs. Taylor's description and a lot of personal effects which suggest it might be her have been found in Llandudno, North Wales.
Llandudno?
Yes.
The Brintig guest house.
I see.
I've come to talk to Alan.
Haven't you done enough to him? Lived off him, and then humiliated him in front of everybody? You're not worth tuppence.
Mrs. Partridge, is Alan in?
No, he's gone looking for you, against my advice. I hope he never sees you again. What happened to you yesterday? Did you have a better offer? Using the house as your own. You've scarred him for life. I hope you know that.
Couldn't be a mistake. Somebody else.
Well, only when you or somebody has positively identified the body can we be definite, but with you saying the name of the guest house.
I must only have been 6, but I still remember it.
Our first real holiday. She must have gone back there because that was the time when we were really happy.
I'm very sorry, but we'd like to make arrangements for the identification as soon as possible.
George will do it, my husband.
He's never here when I need him.
Just ring this number when you've had a chance to talk to him.
How did she die?
Well, you'll have to wait for the inquest to be sure, but there were drinking tablets. At least the remains of by a body. I'll see myself out.
Vodka. Probably. Where's she been before the last 3 weeks? Still can't really believe it. I know. But we've got to face it.
Typical, that. It's taken me all morning to summon up the courage. And now he's out.
It's always the way, isn't it?
I don't want to delay you.
Shopping can wait.
I don't know if I want to see him now.
Well, it's only going to get worse as time goes on. And if you're going away this evening, you've no real choice, have you?
Oh, I suppose not.
Ta, Pauline. I do.
Hello, H.
It's Harold, actually.
Oh, sorry.
Where have you been, then? Jogging?
No, I've just walked all the way from that old estate.
You want to get yourself a bike?
I went in a car. A pint of bitter, please, Louis.
What happened then?
Well, I've been to see what our house is like. You know, what the council have been doing up for us. I come out the house and the car's been pinched.
Your Ford takeaway?
Yeah. The police weren't too enthusiastic.
Here. Just listen to this. I'll cheer you.
Oh, cheers very much.
Wagon sheeting. Wagon sheeting. Tar, Pauline. Pauline. Tar, Pauline. Oh.
Yeah, very good. Cheers.
You think you'll get it back? That was a bit of a wreck, though, wasn't it?
It was paid for.
Oh, well, that's more than most people can say.
Oh, it's what Marie's going to say that worries me. I've been telling her that the estate's not such a bad place to live.
Hey, I know a fella that used to buy cars on tech, because you have to pay cash on the buses.
Honest?
Seriously, though, HP, it's the curse of the working man.
Last time I had a car pinched, it was found burnt out outside the house.
Do you ever sit down?
Yeah.
I paid cash for my bike.
Oh, yeah?
Well, if I had to buy anything on tech, I wouldn't have it.
She's going to use this as ammunition to stay at Brookside.
Fully tackle women.
I'm dreading facing her.
Tar, Pauline. Must remember that. I believe there was murder down at the registry office yesterday.
Can't have been too many laughs down here.
Wonder what'll be next.
What?
Well, they say bad news comes in threes. Alan What's It yesterday, let down. You've had your car nicked. Wonder what the third one will be.
Oh, come home, George. What do you expect him to do? Be here. Should we get in touch with an undertaker's?
Let's make sure first.
She's Dad, though, isn't she?
It's not fair, is it?
What?
Life.
Nobody said it would be.
Yes. When I was a lad, you could leave your door unlocked, no problem.
If they write it off, it won't be so bad. But if they just bash it about a bit, it could cost me a fortune.
I mean, a villain was a villain, fair enough, but you never heard of an old age pensioner being mugged.
Just wish I'd gone fully comp.
How do you mean?
I'm only third party.
Oh. Hey, when I was living down south, I knew a fella. He thought he'd get burgled.
What made him think that?
Because everybody else on the road had been burgled.
Fair enough.
So instead of getting one of these burglar alarms, he got himself a guard dog.
Yeah, it's a good idea unless you get one like ours.
This was a Staffordshire Bull Terrier, a little cracker.
Oh, yeah, they're good ones, them. Never go at anything.
Cost him 80 quid.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
But he still got burgled.
Did he?
Yeah. They knocked the dog off. There's a good market for him.
Is there?
It's guard dog. Are we having another?
Yeah, I like my shout. But I'm just going to have to go and face her. Tracy's going to go mad.
It's the worst feeling in the world, losing someone forever.
Yeah.
Do you remember Brian Walker?
Betty's lad. Emigrated to Australia.
Yeah. I really loved him. I was only 13, but I really loved him. It broke my heart when he went.
What made you think of him?
I'll probably never see him again. Australia's so far away, and I thought that at the time, but compared to being dead.
Michelle, we've got to face this.
I know.
And we've got to start right now. Yesterday, he thought he was the most hard done-to person in the world. Today, we think it's us. But you've got to pick yourself up.
Just tell him what you've told me.
Do you think he knows I'm here?
Yes. Just keep calm and tell him when he comes over.
Must be the most miserable person in the world at this moment.
On your way to Los Angeles for 6 months, earning a fortune.
It's crazy, isn't it? What do I say to him, Heather?
Just the truth.
You must hate me.
There must be something you haven't told me, Sam.
Would you like a drink, Alan?
No, thanks, Heather.
Well, I'll just go upstairs and get on with a few jobs, okay?
I don't think I want you to go.
We've got to talk, Sam.
I can't explain it, Alan.
Just tell me why you didn't marry me.
I can't. I'm just not ready. Look, I've had this job offer that I want to take up.
And that comes before us. I love you.
And I love you, but...
Not enough.
Would you mind if I made a suggestion?
I'm sorry, Heather. We shouldn't have got you mixed up in all this. You've got your own...
Yeah, exactly. I'm the voice of experience. Well, this may sound really corny, but a friend of mine said it to me when I went to Ireland. You've got to be really selfish in a situation like this and think forward 10 years and imagine what you want then. I mean, there's no point in staying together now for the sake of taking the easy way, because it's going to be much more hurtful later on. I'm sorry, I'm intruding, I know.
No, Heather. Oh, Alan, I have to take this job in America for 6 months. But I want to see you when I get back.
Well, did you tell her you were with me? Oh, come on, cheer up. There's worse things than having your car pinched. It can't be that bad, surely.
It's worse. Number 3's just come up.